Hi everybody, thanks for joining us for today's Northern Ag TV, coming to you from the 2026 Malt Barley and Sugarbeet Symposium in Billings. We've had a lot of lineups and a lot of conversations here at the symposium this year. We've heard an update from the Montana Department of Agriculture, from Molson Coors Beverage Company, and a lot of other updates just on the farming industry as a whole. A big topic at this year's symposium is actually going to be talking about drone application, joined here by Greg Gabel, a drone phenom, if you will, Greg. And let's just dive right into it. You know, there's a lot of new technologies coming along in the industry, and when we take a step back and look at what we've seen in 2025 from the farming perspective, a lot of producers are really looking for efficiency and saving some of those costs. Talk about what you're going to talk about in the panel here later on.
Absolutely. Thank you, Colton. This symposium is a great way for producers to get together and really talk and network and learn about those new technologies and what efficiencies they could bring into the future for ag culture here in Montana. The drone presentation it's really for me as a producer and not a commercial applicator. It's really about flexibility, having the ability to go out at any time, any place, and put on the required chemicals and just the right amount of chemicals in order to be productive and to be efficient. And the drone does that for me. For example, when it's real rainy out in the early of the season and we need to put herbicide on to really suppress those weeds, a vehicle, a ground sprayer cannot get out there, and I can get out there much earlier with the drone. So it really brings efficiency to the farm and flexibility, which is most important, especially when you're trying to save that input costs and really use those resources very well.
Absolutely, and just like you had talked about, there's certain times, of course, we all know there's tight windows when the crops need to be sprayed to make it the most efficient as possible, and the drone application process just simplifies that, gives producers more money in their pocket, gives them a little more flexibility on their time. As far as yield and kind of seeing some of those results, what are some results you've seen personally and why it works for you?
Well, it works for me mostly in the fact that a lot of time we have late season fungicide put on, especially on sugar beets. We get a fungicide called Cercospora, and it can really decrease our yields, and be able to get out there without damaging the crop from the ground sprayers. It saves 1 to 2%, and 1 to 2% in today's fiscal environment is quite a bit.
It sure is, and as we continue on with the Malt Barley and Sugarbeet Symposium, there's a lot of optimism, even though we're coming off a very rough year in 2025. Greg, what's the outlook as far as drone application, the new technology? What are you looking forward to in that process here in 2026?
Well, I'm going to continue to advocate and help other producers understand that the drone, even though there has been some litigation, some policy changes, I think drones are going to be here to stay, and we'll see in the next 3 or 4 months what that really means for the drone community and our ability to continue forward and provide that support to the producer.
Again, we're here with Greg Gabel, who will be talking on drone application processes at the Malt Barley and Sugarbeet Symposium, and you can stay tuned to Northern Ag Network for more updates from the convention. For today's Northern Ag TV, I'm Colton Young. Have a good one.